down on that race. Back to our top story this morning, the run for the White House heating up. Hillary Clinton rolling out her first campaign ads this week in Iowa and New Hampshire. The spots focus on family, especially her late mother, Dorothy.
I think about all the Dorothys all over America who fight for their families, who never give up. That's why I'm doing this.
This coming as Hillary faces an onslaught of ads from her Republican competition. But the story generating the most buzz this morning, Vice President Joe Biden taking a closer look at joining the 2016 race. Joining me now is Bob Cusack, editor-in-chief at The Hill. Bob, the Clinton camp coming out with the first ad the same week. Reports swirl Biden is throwing his hat in the ring. What's your take on all this?
Well, I think it's very interesting, Sandra. I mean, the media, I think it would be a very interesting story. I think the media wants Biden to get in because they want to have a race on the left. There's obviously a huge race, 17 people on the Republican side. Bernie Sanders, yes, has been a threat to Hillary Clinton, but she is such an overwhelming favorite. And I think Joe Biden is seriously thinking about it. I think he wants to get up in the polls. I mean, remember, he's still down 40 points to Hillary Clinton, but it would be such an amazing story, and I think it could be an amazing clash on the left.
Hey, Dagan, great to have you this morning. I want to bring you into this conversation because here she's bringing her mother into the picture and arguably trying to soften her image, something that she's strived to do during the course of this election.
Look, one problem is her honest and trustworthy polling numbers have been weak lately, and this is a way of softening up her image and trying to show potential Democratic voters the Hillary Clinton that the people closest to her know. I love the New York Times referred to it as gauzy narrative, as gauzy narratives. But this is very different than the original ads that she ran back in 2007. Before the 2008 election when she was attacking George W. Bush's presidency. So this is a completely different approach at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Bob, do you think that these ads are going to strike the right tone? Are they going to achieve the goal from the Clinton camp? And not only softening her image, but telling the everyday American that she's in it for them?
Well, it remains to be seen if it's going to work. But at the same time, she's got weaknesses here. She knows it. Her trustworthy numbers are not good. And in 2008, she really banked on experience. She kept repeating that she had 35 years of experience in a year that voters didn't care about experience. So I think she's got to work on this part of her candidacy because it is the weak part. And I think some of it, you look at Bernie Sanders, you look at Donald Trump. What do they have in common? They basically say what's on their mind all the time. Hillary Clinton, it seems to be very calculating. Just last week saying, well, I'm not going to tell you where I stand on Keystone. That was not a good answer. That does not resonate with voters, and that's why I think they're putting out these new ads.
So Joe Biden throwing his hat in the ring. Mike, I'm going to get you in here.
Sure.
I mean, this is an unbelievable story now to learn that his now past son, Beau, wanted his father to run for the presidency. That's going to be a very emotional aspect to this election, to now have him throw his hat in the ring because of his son, who's now gone, wanted him to be in the race.
Absolutely, and it's something people can really grab onto and hold onto and rally around. So I think looking at these commercials that Hillary Clinton puts out now, I don't know that the warm, fuzzy Hillary Clinton actually works. For me, anyway, it just seems like someone trying to be someone that they're not. And I think it kind of shows from the Clinton camp that they realize Biden's coming in. They realize he can pick up momentum, so they're trying to do something to offset that.
Yeah, Bob, it's Dagan McDowell. Bob, these Clinton ads really say I'm running for the presidency. These are more ads, the kind of ads that you might see after you get the nomination. And certainly, and with Joe Biden possibly running, he's got a long way to go, though, even if he does decide to building an organization to run.
Oh, yeah, and it is getting late in the game. There is no doubt about it. Hillary Clinton, of course, has a lot of talented people on her team. Joe Biden would have to start from scratch. There is a draft Biden movement. It's certainly picking up steam now, but this would be, he would have to really pick up a lot of steam, I think, in the polls and in staffing. But at the same time, there are Democrats, privately, I've talked to them, they're nervous about this Hillary Clinton candidacy that has not gotten off to the start that they thought it would.
Mike, how important is the political environment for Wall Street right now and for our stock market?
I think it's very important, and I think it's okay right now, but really what Wall Street wants to see is who is going to be there for the nomination. So Wall Street doesn't like uncertainty. They don't mind whether it's a Democrat, whether it's a Republican, or really who's going to be there as the nominee. But this uncertainty, I think, can hold the market down a little bit as we try to figure out who's actually going to be the nominees for both parties.
If you had Joe Biden running against Hillary Clinton for the nomination, and Bob can answer this, wouldn't you have literally Hillary running against the legacy of the current president?
It'd be interesting to see who is running as the third term of Obama. Certainly, Hillary Clinton has grabbed onto Obama recently just because she's got that Bernie Sanders threat. And, of course, she worked for President Obama. It would put President Obama in an awfully awkward position. He's already said, I'm not getting involved. I wouldn't endorse in that situation. But that would be very interesting to see.
All right. Bob Cusack, thank you for joining us this morning. And this does mark the beginning.